Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. We're going to be looking at the brand new Labyrinth. This is, I think, Season 9, I want to say, Labyrinth. Labyrinth has been out for quite a while. And this is the new one. As you can see here, I'm at the depths. Let me show you what my team is. So as you can see here, we have Escanor, we have the new Arthur, which is obtainable at the last shop on the 3rd floor. You are able to purchase him. So please do bear that in mind and make sure you have enough points to buy it, because he has a chance to be in there. But the thing is with Labyrinth, you actually have to own the characters to find them. So if you do not own Arthur, don't spend ages searching in that shop, because you won't find him, because he just doesn't, he's not there. I'm also running Summer Roxy here, who's actually quite good. Her damage is quite good. And then I have King and back. I just couldn't find a good human back unit, really. But yeah, that's it. My team doesn't really struggle. This is the depths. And of course, if you go to... Oh, I don't have to back out then. If I go to crystals, you can see... I've got level 5 at the attack one, level 4 crystal, defense one, and level 4 HP crystal. What I actually recommend you do is that if you're playing Labyrinth and you are struggling, especially if you have, let's say, a not very good box, but you are able to get to the shop so you can buy the crystals, just buy the crystals. Because eventually you'll have enough crystals where it will be super easy for you to do any of these. Like, really easy. And now when it comes to passives, as you can see here, I have the increased damage dealt per ult gauge, crit res lower, more ult gauging, damage increase per ult gauge, more crit res lower, attack increase, more damage per ult gauge, basic stat boost, damage dealt by debuffs, attack, human attack, HP character attack, HP related attribute character attack, more ult gauge per, more damage per ult gauge, and then crit damage. The reason I went for the ult gauge per crit, the damage per ult gauge is because it stacks. And it's quite impactful. Yeah, I might as well just explain this whilst I do a run of this, because, yeah. I would highly recommend farming this. The depths especially. The depths is actually, when it's here, is quite broken. I think overall we didn't actually have the depths, which made it actually quite a long farming process. But what I do with Arthur, I'll merge, and I just double play Roxy. Because Roxy does a nice chunk of damage. Very much she's a super old character. She's really old. I would, if I was to see a catastrophe LR, it would probably be this Roxy, because she's actually quite good. This Roxy or Green Roxy, the Halloween one, because they are both quite good. She has evade, so when I reach max ult gauge, everyone on my team gets evade for like one single skill, which is kind of nice. I'll just do this, and then do this. Arthur's like insane on this. There we go. Some of them are actually quite tanky. Some of these bosses in the depths are actually quite tanky, but most of them aren't, so you can just one-shot them. That's damage cap, by the way. That's not just 46k. Like, that's not the damage you actually hit. That was just damage cap. Because a lot of them have, like, really low damage caps, like 10, 20. One of them I think has 10%. The other ones I think have, like, 20%. 20% isn't bad, but the 10% one's kind of stupid. Don't care. What I do also when I get to this one when I'm farming the depths, I'll just buy a crystal as well. I don't really need to buy it, but it's like I buy it because it makes the runs quicker. Like, I have less chance of dying, I have, more attack, more crit resistance, more crit defense, my characters tank quite a bit better. Of course, if the enemies have power strike, I actually end up taking more damage if you have the defense crystals, because power strike does more damage based on your resistance. This is the one where they just randomly one-shot me. I don't know how that happened, but I randomly got one-shot on this phase. No idea why. Anyway, there you go. There's Roxy. Turn 1 damage. Insane. But of course, that damage is only so good because of Arthur's buff. No, sorry, not Arthur's buff. These things here. I don't actually have Arthur's. Actually, no. Arthur is providing basic stats now I think about it. And then I'll just... I'm just going to actually double Arthur AoE. And then just single target into Twigo. Hopefully this double Arthur AoE should kill the side guy. Okay, with ease, thank you Arthur. Of course, like Arthur, I'm going to be quite honest here, most of Arthur's damage comes from the fact he has such high HP, and the buff makes it so he deals 25% of his max HP as like minimum damage, which is like insane. Actually, I want to test out Bird, because if you don't know, when Queen Diana came out, she was the only character in the game that could, without any buffs, with just a single skill, like that doesn't. So she was the only character in the game that didn't have like a power strike skill that could do damage to Bird on the first phase. Sorry, the first floor, the 4th phase, because it had like 500k defense. I think it's got like 500k defense, but because of the amount of damage she takes, she guaranteed does X amount of damage. I would actually like to see if it's the same with Arthur, if I get max buffs for Arthur, am I still guaranteed to get that tiny bit of damage, even if it is, you know, 20, 30k, can I guarantee get that damage? Of course, stuff like damage cap, unfortunately I can't just break damage cap. I did actually get a merge, which means I don't actually have to merge. That's nice. I can't merge anyway because I got a double two of the same card. This guy's really tanky. I wonder what his damage cap is. We may actually lose. Sorry, I sound like I'm tired. It's still quite early for me compared to what time I normally record. Please don't die. Yeah, this guy. If you have buffs, you're screwed. Just don't have any buff characters. He will just reduce you to atoms. We'll AoE. We'll do this. We'll do this. The reason I'm AoEing, mainly for just AoE damage, plus also an extra stack for Arthur's passive, because Arthur gets more stacks dependent on the skills of old gauge increase from human allies. What's his damage cap, like 10-20%? But because this guy only has AoE skills, which is like the most painful thing ever, because I can just do this actually, let's get another stack. Okay, also get Roxy's evade. Actually, I wonder if my evade actually works, because some of these bosses actually make it so evade doesn't work on them, they just pass straight past, they bypass it. English is hard. Is he one of them? I'll find out here. No, he doesn't bypass. Okay, that's cool. Which is Roxy out to finish the job. This boss is probably the tankiest out of all of them. The other one's not too bad. Like, you have the final boss of the depths is King. It's like the green king, the skinny green king, and the guy on the left gives him like extra crit chance per old gauge he has, and the other one gives him like 0.2 extra times crit damage per old gauge he has as well. And he has a lot of old gauge. I think he has like 10, maybe even 15 at max. He's a lot of old gauge. But the depths is pretty easy. If you do get to depths, I do highly recommend just farming it. Don't farm the lower level. Don't farm like 1 to 3, which sometimes has been more worth it. Was it Overlord? You can only farm 1 to 3, but towards the Overlord one was actually quite fun. I'm pretty sure this one can be debuffed, so I'm not too fast. Whack. 79k. Is that damage cap? I should find out here if that's damage cap or not. Or not. Of course, this isn't LR Escanor. I do always, I've said this before, I do wish you could get the LR variants of characters, that's attack disable. Because I think it'd just be cool, being able to get LR characters, or LR variants at least. If you have the characters like an LR, like a special LR upgrade, I think that'd be cool. But of course, you know, Netmob are the ones that decide what is cool and what isn't. But as I'm making this video, I will have a video going out later where I talk about the monthly developer notes that were released, where they talk about basically the next demonic beast. What else do they talk about? Improvements to the game, UI improvements, basically like the biggest whole overhaul of the UI since the game's release. If you don't know, the game hasn't really had a UI overhaul since like the release of the game, and that's what they're doing. They said that'll release around April time, but of course I'll go over it more in the video, and also about the surveys, which they said will be coming out sometime this month. But they also stated something else with the fact that they're doing surveys. I think it's to stop botting. And they have a system to stop bots. Well, sort of. I'm not sure if it will or not. Oh, I actually really like this Gila outfit. This Gila outfit is like it was like a limited time one. I don't think you can get it anymore. It was paid only as well. I didn't need to merge, but I wanted the attack seal. Because Roxy's AoE's attack seal, which is kind of nice. Damage is nice as well. These middle bosses always have a stupidly low damage cap, and I hate it. There was no skill animation. She just pointed the stick and I took damage. What's her damage cap? Do you not even have a? She has to have a damage cap. You can't tell me. Okay, apparently she doesn't have a damage cap. Double Arthur AoE and on single target. There isn't double Arthur AoE. Just try and kill the side guys. Okay, I didn't need to double Arthur AoE. I was not expecting that much damage. Sometimes I always forget that like Green Escanor and LR Escanor are like two complete different characters. Like the difference is insane. I like substats, main stats, damage. I always forget that because I always just assume he's gonna do like insane damage like he does in normal PvE or like your average PvP. More fights. But overall, this is pretty easy. It's not hard. Like, you won't struggle with this, especially if you buy the crystals as well. If you're a newer player, you might struggle a little bit, but once again, another event outfit. I would just recommend buying the crystals if you're struggling, really. It's not hard. It's no... Like, the Labyrinth is not what it used to be. If you don't know, when Labyrinth first came out, it was like, oh, you don't have Summer Merlin? Well, good luck. Because Summer Merlin had a tax seal. And basically, like, if you had a tax seal, you could, like, destroy the entire thing with a tax seal. It was really busted. And then it was, like, really RNG based. Like, way more than this. I'm talking, like, me and my friends spent, like, 8 hours trying to beat it. Because it was insane. Like, on Discord, sitting there, and we struggled for ages. It took us... the first one was easily the hardest, and then, of course, then they got information from that. But because, you know, whenever they add new content, they always, like, I guess they always need to get feedback, because they don't test their content that well, and they only recently started testing things. And still then, the content they quote-unquote tested was so it was so bad, no one, not even the biggest whales in the game could beat it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about the event Demonic Beast thing that came out. That literally, like, the biggest, no one actually finished it. At all. Because they were like, oh, when someone beats it, you know, we'll say who beat it, sort of thing. Because that's what they do for every Demonic Beast. They say, oh, this person's defeated the first person to defeat the floor 3 of this Demonic Beast. And they were going to do that with this event. But then it wasn't tested. And talking about that, they're adding a... well, when they add the next Demonic Beast, I think we get a reward. Like, if we complete it within, like, the first week. When I say the word we, I mean the community. Everyone in Grand Cross. If it's completed in the first week, we get some sort of reward. I don't know what the reward was. I don't know when they announced. I don't know when they said it. It may be in the monthly developer notes. Anyway, it'll be in the video that comes out later anyway. So don't worry, I'll go over it then. But also with that, I have my theory about what we're actually getting at the end of this month, which is, of course, if you don't know, basically end of this month is when, well, end of every month is when JP basically gets their update, and then we get it at the start of the month, which is, of course, when we got Arthur. So I have my sort of theory about what JP will be getting at the end of this month, which is about 3 weeks away, what we'll be getting. Of course, we could go off, like, the video I haven't done, because I'm an idiot and I forgot to do that video. Okay, I'll record another video that'll come out tomorrow that will sort of explain what I talk about later. So I'm an idiot and I forgot to record it. I done all the preparation work. Basically, I wanted to do a bunch of, like, prep work for the video, make a bunch of things and that kind of stuff. Maybe for the thumbnail, but it was like I kind of also don't want to only use it for the thumbnail because it sort of looks like clickbait, and I don't like clickbait at all. But it's something to do with the collab, basically. We've had a little bit of a leak. Not a little bit of a... No, we don't know what the collab is, but I'm going to use my really tiny brain to try and predict what we're getting. If you don't know, I'm very... I like to try and use my brain when I think of what collab we could get next. And if people say solo leveling, probably not, because the show hasn't finished airing, and so we probably won't... And not even the game's out. Unless they try and do it to promote the game, which also, once again, I doubt. But I reckon if we do get solo leveling, it'll be... I think, A, it depends on how well the show actually does. I haven't watched it yet. I've heard it's apparently good, but... I heard that about a few shows, and then I think, yeah, no, they're not very good. Was this the final boss? I didn't mention this is King. You want to kill King first? You don't want to kill the two side guys, they're just there. All these guys can do is lower your defense. They just can't do anything else. As you can see. They have no attack skills. If that crits, I'm terrified, by the way. What do his crit chances? That must be absolutely pitiful. Because, like, doesn't he, like, I think this is the crit chance, dude, is it? Increase allies' crit chance by 20% for every orb fill. My guess is that this is bugged, right? Because technically he should have a lot of crit chance. And he should have a lot of crit damage, and for some reason he can't crit Roxy. That has... She's got 100... Oh no, because I have the... Okay, don't worry, I'm an idiot. I forgot. I got the crystals. I was like, why am I taking... Like, why is he not critting me? Because I have so much crit res. I forgot the crystals give you so much crit res. Please, Escanor, I need you to kill now. No, and that's the reason you're not the LR variant. You can see the damage there. Insanely bad. I think Roxy might die, but... Oh, no, he's forced to go after Arthur. That's fine. Yeah, Arthur has insanely high defense. And crit def. He's got like... I think it's crit defense with max passive, and Yuri is like 180% or something? Oh, yeah, I think it's like... Yeah, he is a lot now, but that's because of all the crystals and stuff. I'm gonna do this. I'm using Roxy skills just to sort of get rid of them. They're not bad. It's actually the same skill. It's actually the same skill as this Escanor skill. Same effect, at least. There we go, and that's just one dude. And all he can do is defense low. I don't think he actually has an ultimate, he only has a single skill. Yeah, which is only defense low. Will Arthur kill? If not, I'll let Roxy kill. Look at that damage, insane. Go on, Arthur, you deserve it. Absolute king. But like overall, this is a super easy labyrinth, and the fact that the crystals is what makes it so easy. And I think that they learnt that the hard way after people not being able to do it. Because if you don't know, the first like few labyrinths, people complain they can't do it because it was extremely difficult. It was so RNG based. It was like, oh yeah, you know, you basically want to build a team with this race. Oh wait, you didn't get like 4 passives that boost the race's basic stats by like 30%. Oh well, I guess you're screwed. And also they changed the end boss, which is kind of nice. They normally have Fenrir. I don't know what it's called, but it's a giant dragon, and it's actually the card. It's actually on this card. Wait, it's on this. There you go. Fafnir's. That's what it is. But yeah, that's normally the boss. And also you get 50 LR coins, so do it. You know, don't just leave out on it. 50 LR coins, it's half an LR. And bear in mind, we're going to get 3 event bosses. That's another 30 LR coins. Looking at 80 LR coins just from this event alone. But I mean event, I mean Arthur in general, not just Labyrinth. I'm pretty sure we got 30 for free as well. I think I'm like 140 something. Maybe a little bit more. But anyway, thank you for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you next one. Goodbye.